Welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Floating Head Chronicles. Today we have Logan Gifford. And this man, I applaud him fully because it's not too often that you see a man that comes forward and talks about SA abuse. And he was assaulted by his own mother. He has been taking care of his younger brother who has some issues. And he's suspecting that the child could potentially be his. So he's been raising his brother, who could possibly be his son, based on the assaults that happened to him. This one is so crazy. Now, he goes on to say, there's a possibility that my brother could be my son. I'm still directly involved in the mess that has been left to me. He deserves to have a quiet and peaceful life. He didn't ask for any of this. Now, Logan talked about that his abuse starting late in 2008, which aligned with the conception of his younger brother. Now, the mom was arrested for this. He did press charges against his mother and was charged with all these crimes. And she took a plea deal. Now, in 2024, she was released on parole, but then arrested for violating one of her conditions by attempting to make contact with two of her sons, including Logan. Still living with the trauma, Logan said that playing a part in sending his mother to jail halfway vindicated him. Unfortunately, his life has continued to unravel after a therapist put it to him that his brother could also be his son. And the kid has severe issues. And so after his mom was arrested, he was taking care of his brother. And then now that this came to light, now he's like, hey, I'm still going to be here for him, but now we really need to dig and find out if there's more to this story, and he just hasn't known about it. Now this is Doreen. I'm not even going to say his mother because I don't think she deserves that title. Anybody who does such a heinous act towards their own children or could harm their own children is a vile fucking person. A poor excuse for a human. And honestly, she's where she deserves for the rest of her life because that woman is fucking sick. Now he goes on to say that it threw me for a loop. I didn't ask for any of this. I was a child when all this happened, and yet now I'm responsible for picking up the pieces of something that really is still continuing to have an impact in my life and dragging me to deal with that. He added he did not have a traditional childhood. He was exposed to some narcotic use at an early age and had regular encounters with child protective services. Again, where the system fails these children. They're crying out for help. You're going, you visit multiple times. How many times is enough? This is where I'm saying y'all hands are the dirtiest because you allow these children to stay in a place knowing that it's a toxic environment and wait until something traumatic happens. Most of these people are not strong enough to make it through it. And then you wipe your hands clean like, oh, not my problem. Well, your job is to save the children. When the fuck are you going to start saving them? But so tragically, he had a younger brother, and the brother drowned at 3 years old. Fucking sad. Again, why didn't the children get taken away from the mom? What's going on? This shit pisses me off. The system always is forever failing our youth. Logan has tried to move forward with his life, becoming an avid campaigner for voting rights, as well as getting married, raising his stepdaughter, and sticking up for his brother, being there for his brother. He decided to speak about what he experienced so that other victims, survivors don't have to suffer alone. To sit here and say that my brother may be the product of my assault is a very visceral thing to think about as a male survivor. But he's here now. There's no going back and undoing anything, and he deserves to have a quality of life where he's comfortable, where he can be a kid. Now, Logan, I speak for all of us. When we stand united, we got your back, bro, and everything you do and have done for your brother is applaudable. Most people would be like, I don't want any part of this, and you took that pain and said, hey, it's not his fault. I'm still going to be there because I'm the only thing that this guy has. So this is the kind of stuff that we don't get to hear about a lot, but I wanted to emphasize on it because this happens to men a lot, but most of them just don't speak up about it. And this, to me, is huge that he is going to be advocating and speaking, and to be able to say something this traumatic, it gives other people a voice. It tells others that it is okay to speak about what happened to you. It's not your fault by any means. And it's not okay to just to hold it in and just, cover up that trauma and not face it and not be vocal for other people. Maybe you might help save somebody else. But Logan, we got your back, bro. You keep being you because you're a rare breed. And I'm sorry for everything that has happened to you, but it has made you an incredible man. And for that, um, amen. What do you guys think about this? This is wild. Let me know in the comments section. Have a good night.